The seventh democratic administration has come with its own challenges, including political parties meeting behind closed doors to discuss power sharing in a government of national unity. Now, as many are still coming to terms with how it will function, the reality is the president is still applying his mind before announcing his executive. This leaves the question of how all is functioning without the ministers. The question was posed to Professor of Public Affairs at the Tshwane University of Technology, Professor Masupje, who says, thus far, there is nothing to worry about, but the announcement must come. Currently, the president has the sole political executive powers until he pronounces on his appointments.
The Constitution says that the national executive authority of the Republic is vested in the president. However, the president exercises that authority in consultation with the ministers who must make the cabinet. And as we speak now, we don't have ministers. It will therefore mean that the president is hampered in many ways in terms of exercising the national executive authority.
In terms of the Constitution, following the dissolution of Parliament, Cabinet continues to function until the election of the next National Assembly, which elects a new president who will then appoint a new cabinet. Currently, South Africa has been without a cabinet since Wednesday, when President Cyril Ramaphosa took his oath of office. Despite having no cabinet, the administration of public services has not ceased in the country as director generals continue to work during this transitional period, according to Professor Masiremule.
In this transitional period, remember, a default arrangement in terms of making sure that government continues to run is on the director general, although they are not really part of the political leadership. So we have the president as we speak, we have the director general. By the way, if you look at the power that the director general wields in law are so enormous and are so important to an extent that indeed they are key in terms of making sure that the country continues.
Professor Masiremule further said that while the current arrangement is not ideal, it is necessary given the moment that South Africa finds itself in.
Ministers ought to provide policy direction. Director General ought to translate the political policy direction as provided by the minister into strategic and implementable plans. So there is a difference between what the role that the minister plays and also the role that a director general plays.
Before, the ANC was duty-bound to only consult with its tripartite partners in the form of COSATU and the SACP. Professor Masiremule says that while the time in announcing cabinet has not been unreasonable to date, it is desirable that it be done timelessly to restore government to its normal functionality. Ntlantla Kgatlhane, SABC News, Johannesburg.